All right. I figured I would do one of those 5 things I hate about my motorcycle videos, like everybody does. Um, so I'm gonna do one for my 2010 Ducati Streetfighter. So yeah, let's get right into it. First thing, the seat angle. The seat angle slopes down a lot. I wish it was flatter. I wish there was more build up here for a flatter seat. That way you wouldn't slide forward and smoosh into the tank so much. And it's a very narrow tank, so it's easy to smoosh the family jewels. And with that, with the seat being very low at the front, what it also does is, with me, I'm 5'10". I think that works out to 180 centimeters or something like that. My thigh, when I'm sitting on the bike, my thigh doesn't actually hit right here. My thigh more sits down here because the seat's so low. So butts on a seat sinks in, and then my thigh ends up being like right here. So realistically, I should put tank grips down here, but I've been back and forth if I want to do that. So then when you're riding on track and you hang off, or even on the street and you hang off a little bit, like I'm not really using the stomp grip, the tank grips, because the tank is so high, the seat is so low, because this bike you sit in it, not on it. So yeah, those are the first 2 things. The seat angle slopes forward a lot, so always slide you forward, and the seat's kind of low. The next thing is the stock handlebar position. The angle of the stock bar is it's smaller, it's not as open. This is a Rizoma bar. Don't remember which one, but I've already swapped it out for a Rizoma bar that's wider and more angled, more open, and I think even higher here. The stock one feels more, so your wrist is more twisted in like that because the angle of the bars is smaller. So I've already fixed that, but that was one thing I definitely didn't like. The fourth thing, it doesn't come with a slipper clutch stock. I think the 1098 Super bikes might come with a slipper, but the Street Fighter doesn't. So banging out the gears aggressively, this thing likes to hop. It's kind of fun, but it's sometimes it starts to hop at the most inconvenient time when you're like, please stop hopping. So then you have to do the poor man slipper clutch by feathering the clutch lever. And then the next thing I don't like about it is the Ducati tax. I have to pay for all the parts. I did the Desmo service, I don't remember, last year. Yeah, last winter. And like the belts, those belts and the spark plugs and the valve cover gaskets were just ridiculously expensive. Even more expensive than what they cost from an RSV4. I think the valve cover gaskets were over $100 for the pier, for this bike. And it's typically, I think, well, I don't remember how much the RSV ones cost. But yeah, and then other little things like if you compare aftermarket bits for anything else, and then like if you find a similar piece for a non-Ducati bike, it's generally cheaper. Well, as soon as it says it's for a Ducati, the price is automatically higher than normal. But yeah, this is my Steed, 20 something thousand miles on it now. It's not a S from the factory. It's actually a base, but the original owner owned a dealership actually, and he put on the 1098S Street Fighter forks and shock and wheels, and then I picked it up from a guy that owned briefly afterwards. That the second owner only owned it for, only put maybe 1,000 kilometers on it. And then I bought it, and then I went to town on it, repowder coated the wheels, had the suspension refreshed, added a bunch of carbon fiber, changed the clutch cover, put on some titanium bits. And then last year I did a Desmo service and changed all the brake fluid and the clutch fluid too. Put a LED headlight in. So I have a titanium axle nut. I believe these are titanium. That's titanium. These two are titanium. I have a braking rotor that I added, a wave rotor. Added the Rizoma foot pegs and the Rizoma sprocket cover. And the GB Racing water pump cover and an Annitori quick shifter, because this is one of the last of the analog bikes. It doesn't come with anything. So this is the Rizoma, the Annitori with the Bluetooth, so I can log in with my phone and adjust the kill time. Change the 520 conversion. I think I went up 2 teeth in the rear from stock. Ducati Performance fender eliminator, and then I added some nice eBay LEDs, cheap, they look good. Carbon fiber fender, got the long one, carbon fiber swing arm cover, carbon fiber radiator covers, carbon fiber gauge cover, carbon fiber key cover, carbon fiber here. I'll probably get the other one that sits like this or not, I don't know. Rizoma, I think. Is it Rizoma? Yeah, Rizoma clutch cover. Changed out the springs, changed out the clutch too. The whole clutch pack is new. And then added this bikini style clutch cover. When I did the Desmo service, I had to change that pulley because it wasn't spinning freely. And then I added the SC Project single can slip on. Yeah, this axle nut is also titanium. I think it looks so good with the wave rotor behind it. And then Evo-tech exhaust hanger, and then remove the passenger peg. And then I got this cheap busted seat cover, seat cowl. And then this had a Sachs steering damper, and it was ugly and big. Because I think the 1098s came with a Sachs steering damper, and the 848 didn't come with any at all. So this is one from a ZX10. I literally measured the stroke, and I think it was like 67 millimeter stroke, and I was like, cool. And then I looked up what the Kawasaki damper stroke was, and it was like 2 millimeters more or something like that. So I bought one and put it on. It works phenomenally. Also have a gear indicator. The Pro Drive grips were on it when I bought it. Those covers were on it when I bought it, and those rotors were on it when I bought it. And that red hose was on it when I bought it. I have a hose kit sitting in my thing I need to put on, so I can have this and that change to red. So it look more gooder. And then I took off the stock mirrors, put on the bar end mirrors. But yeah, and then the brake pads are, front brake pads are aftermarket. I don't remember what I put in there. But they work pretty well. Yeah. So LED headlight kind of matches the lower markers. And then these turn signals do the little arrow-like sweep, like an Audi, I guess. Yep. That's my steed. We need to get it back on track. It's so much fun on track. I've only done, well, not even track day. Did a TF at the Nürburgring Nordschleife a few years back before they banned motorcycles. But I want to do a proper track day with this thing, even though it gets kind of hairy with no traction control. But I don't think that's anything that grippier tires wouldn't fix.